So here's part 2 of some harmonic motion notes. We're going to look at some more examples to try and get you to help understand these things and how they're put together. Let's get Kyle does push-ups to impress the girls in his gym class. He begins in the up position and does 5 perfect push-ups. What is the equation that describes his vertical movement? So those are some pretty nice looking push-ups. So if we think about how this problem situation starts off, it says he begins in the up position. It's not the midline. So that means it's not in the middle. That means this equation is going to be a cosine. And because he's starting up, right, it's going to be a positive cosine. Now, to try and help you understand some of these things, what if we change something in this problem? What if we say he starts in the down position? Okay, how does that change your equation? Okay, so if he's starting in the down position, what does that do to the equation? Well, now it's in the negative position, so it'd be negative cosine. Here's his push-ups again, looking good. But his new equation would be negative because he's starting in the down position. So changing one word changes your equation. Okay, let's try another one. So it's 4 o'clock. The clock's minute hand completes a full circle every hour. The equation below is given from the horizontal movement of the tip of the minute hand. So if we look at the horizontal movement, it goes to the right, then back to the left. All right, and then back to the middle again. Okay, so what is this going to look like if we try to figure out this equation? All right, so it starts in the middle, and it goes to the right first. So it's going to be a sine equation. It's going to be positive because it's going to the right first. All right. If we say instead of horizontal, it's going to be a vertical movement. Okay, so now we look at our minute hand. It's starting at the top, goes down to the bottom, goes back up to the top, and now it's going to be a cosine equation because it's starting at the top versus the middle. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. Same clock. Okay. We again have a horizontal movement. The original equation is going to be sine, but what if we say the clock is going to be at 4:15 instead of 4 o'clock? Okay, so now if we're still doing horizontal, the minute hand starts all the way to the right, goes to the left, and comes back to the right. All right, because it's starting all the way to the right, now it becomes a cosine problem. Okay, so it starts on the right-hand side, goes to the middle, goes to the left, goes back to the middle, and then all the way to the right. All right. Okay, so we have an equation here. Now, in this particular problem, now we're going to start putting stuff into our equation. Okay, so Mr. Blecker rides the Ferris wheel with his wife. It takes them 30 seconds to complete one turn, and the distance from the bottom to the top is 150 feet. Write the trig equation that depicts their vertical movement and graph it. Okay, so there's some important information in this problem. Okay, first of all, it says it takes them 30 seconds to complete one turn. So 30 seconds is the period it's going to take to do the whole graph. Okay, so 30 seconds tells us what the period is going to be. So we're going to have to adjust our equation to match the period having to be 30 seconds. Also tells us the distance from the bottom to the top is 150 feet. So that's going to also tell us what our amplitude is going to be for our equation. All right, since we're doing circle around from the bottom to the top, and we're doing vertical movement, since it starts at the bottom, goes to the top, and then goes back down to the bottom, right? It does not start at the midline. It is going to be a cosine equation. Okay, so step 1, determine the trig function to use, and the sign is going to be cosine. Now it starts at the bottom, so that means the cosine equation is going to be negative. Okay, if it had started at the top when we're doing vertical movement, it would be a positive. But this one's starting at the bottom, right? So it's going to be negative cosine. Okay, next we got to determine the amplitude. So the whole Ferris wheel is 150 feet. Okay, so that means if we take the amplitude, which is half of that, it's going to be 75. Okay, so you take the total distance from the bottom to the top. The amplitude is the distance from the middle to the top or the middle to the bottom. So you can cut the total distance in half, which gives you 75. Okay, next we got to do the period. Okay, so analyze the period. So the period is going to be 30 seconds. The period for a normal cosine graph is 2 pi. We got to change this into this 2 pi to become 30 seconds. So what do we have to do to that? We have to multiply the 2 by 15 to get 30, and we have to get rid of the pi altogether. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this number that usually goes next to the x, we're going to call it n. So we're going to put that under there, and we've got to make sure that that equals 30. So we're going to make a little equation. So if we do, if we got to solve for n, we're going to multiply n to the right-hand side, so it becomes 30n equals 2 pi, and then divide both sides by 30 to give you n equals 2 pi over 30, which you can then reduce to become pi over 15. And that's what you put next to the x value. Okay? So you're going to put the n underneath the 2 pi and then solve for n. So again, you're going to multiply both sides by n to get 30n equals 2 pi, and then divide by 30 to get n by itself. So 2 pi over 30 equals pi over 15. And that is your equation. Okay, this mimics what is going on for the Ferris wheel. All right, now for the graph of this, you would have a period of 30. Okay, your y values would be 75 and negative 75. And your period would be 30. So half 30 would be 15. Half of 15 is 7.5. And 3 times 7.5 is 22.5. You're going to graph a negative cosine function. So look like this. Okay. So this would normally be something we've done in class. We're not going to do this because, well, we're not. And that is the end of our notes. So we'll see you again tomorrow. And hopefully you guys are doing good.